Hello everyone, I am Monica from this channel IELTS 9, and after watching full video please like and subscribe my channel, and this is a request with love. So believe me, I am doing so much for you, and in return I don't want anything. Instead you do more practice and get 9 bands, 8 bands, 7.5 and 7 band, not less than 7 bands. I am telling you, okay. So this is the title of my IELTS reading practice, air traffic control in the USA. Okay. So here now you can look at the type of passage we have. You can see. So they have divided. So they mean IELTS examiner have divided. They have divided this reading passage into small paragraphs with lettered ones. It means we are going to get list of headings as well as or they may give finding the information type of question. Now let's look at the type of questions we have. So first type of question we have, of course, as you know, this is this is reading passage 2 and 14 to 26 questions are there, and they have given this 7 paragraphs from A to G, and of course first type of question they have given list of headings, and second type of question we have true, false, not given. So with two types of questions we have here, list of headings and true, false, not given. Okay, let's start with list of headings. So always remember how to do list of heading, as I already told in many videos how to do. First you will be reading these list of headings one by one 2-3 times, each list of headings at least 2-3 times. Try to understand its meaning and important keyword. Okay, if you understand the meaning properly then it's good. If you can't understand, sometimes there are difficult words. For 5.5 and 6 band holders, I'm talking to them also. You can always find the keywords. Okay, but if you say that FAA of course and ATC throughout the passage, you will get these words. So these can't be the keywords for these types of list of headings. Let's read it. Disobeying FAA regulations. Okay, disobeyment may be there. They may be talking about some disobey, not following the rules and regulations. That would be FAA rules and regulations. Then this would be the answer. Second, aviation disaster prompts action. Some accident, some disaster, some air crash may be there. Aviation means air traffic and all. Okay, so yes, of course, prompts action, immediate action they may be talking about. Okay, third, two coincidental developments. Okay, there would be two word, and developments they may be talking about developments, and side by side two coincidental development they may be talking about. Fourth, setting altitude zones. Setting altitude zones means what? Setting altitude zones like altitude, height zones. Setting they may be, because the title of the reading is air traffic control in the USA, so of course they may be talking about altitude zones. Fifth is an oversimplified view. Some person or people or some person, some author or any other specialist view may be there about that. Okay, so sixth number, controlling pilot's license. This is understood. Simple list of heading. Defining airspace categories. Defining airspace categories. Okay, airspace categories. Some types of categories they may be defining, they may be explaining. Okay, setting rules to weather conditions. So of course rules were already in the this word same in the first also, but we will be looking for weather condition, weather, environmental, hot season, and any kind of thing they may be talking about relating to weather, environment and all. Taking off safely. Okay, taking off safely, the flight and all. First step towards ATC. Okay, first steps towards ATC. Now we have read this thing, and here so this is old kind of reading, but doesn't matter, we have to do practice. Here they have given already for paragraph B 10th answer, so I am cutting it from my list. Okay, this we can do it. Now let's read the A paragraph. Now let's read the A paragraph. Of course, we will start reading the paragraph number wise, and while reading, please underline or circle the important things from these passages, because for next type of question definitely it will work. An accident that occurred in the skies over the Grand Canyon in 1956 resulted in the establishment of Federal Aviation Administration to regulate, oversees the operation of aircraft in the skies over the United States, which were becoming, so just because of this accident they resulted in the establishment of this, and in the skies which were becoming quite congested, the resulting structure of air traffic control ATC has greatly increased the safety of flight in the United States, and similar air traffic control procedures are also in place over much of the rest of the world. So main important thing, they are the resulting structure of this has greatly increased the safety of flights in the United States. Okay, and an accident that occurred in the sky resulted in the establishment of the Federal Aviation Administration. Those who want 8 or 9 bands, please read it thoroughly, less than 1 minute. Read it thoroughly, then definitely you will understand the meaning. Then chances are to get right answer when you are reading it. Okay. Okay, so just because of accident they had established this to regulate. Okay, let's go to the list of headings. Yeah, disobeying FAA regulation, they were not talking about any disobeyment. Aviation disaster prompts action, aviation disaster was there, so we can keep it here. And another, we can read the whole. Two coincidental developments, no. Setting altitude zones, no, they were not talking. Simplified view, no. Controlling pilot's license, no, nothing was there. Defining airspace categories, no, it was not there. Setting rules to weather condition, no. Taking off safely, so yes, flight safety they were talking about. Let's look at that paragraph, whether this will come or this will come. So there are some paragraphs where you will find that this or this answer can come, so you have to select one only. Let's go to the paragraph again. Yeah, an accident, aviation disaster they were talking, that occurred in the sky resulted in establishment in this to regulate this. And here the resulting structure of air has greatly increased the safety of flight and similar air traffic control procedures. So they are focusing everything, they are describing about how it was established, because of course air traffic control in the USA, this is the main topic. And this agency, this ATC, how it was establishment. So in first paragraph they may be talking about this, and of course they are talking about this, how it happened. Okay, so our answer will be this. So our answer will be second one, this one. Okay, for A paragraph I am putting it, and this is not taking off safely, so nothing they have described like that. Okay, and 10th also. Now second also we have done. Now let's look at the C paragraph, not B. Okay, 15th number question, C. In 1940s, ATC centers could and did take advantages of the newly developed radar and improved radio communication. Newly developed, yet yes, it was given radar and improved radio communication. So two developments they are talking about, radar and improved radio communication brought about by the Second World War, but the system remained rudimentary. Okay, let's find the list of heading matching. If you get this kind of clue initially in the sentence, then definitely you should contact the list of headings. Okay, so they were talking, yes, two coincidental developments during the Second World War it was given, so I will be writing it for C paragraph. Okay, for C paragraph I am putting this answer for second. Okay, so here I can write second number, but in answer sheet you have to write like that. Okay, this Roman numbers, not this much. Okay, now let's move on to D paragraph. Now what this is saying, many people think that ATC consists of a row of controllers sitting in front of. Many people think, so with this only we came to know that simplified view, they are giving view, but let's read it. They are thinking that a row of controllers sitting in front of their radar screens telling arriving, departing traffic what to do. This is a very incomplete part of the picture. The FFA realized that the airspace United States would at any time have many different kinds of planes flying this and this same kind of. So I am sure this will work for that list of headings. Our simplified view. Let's look at the list of headings. But still you need to read it. Disobeying FAA regulations, they were not talking like that. So these are out of list. Setting altitude zones, no, they were not talking about anything. And yes, an oversimplified view. So license, categories, weather condition, no, it was, so we will put it for this 16th for D paragraph. Okay, what is this? Fifth number. Okay, this is for fifth. Now let's move on to the E paragraph. See, if you do so much practice, definitely your list of headings will also work for you, and all the reading practices. Okay, let's read. To meet this challenge, the following elements were put into effect. The first, ATC extends over virtually the entire states. In general, 365 meters above the ground and higher. The entire country is blanketed by controlled airspace. In certain areas, 215 above the ground. So they are talking about altitude zones. Okay, and here also 215 above the ground in vicinity all the way to surface. So yes, without any thinking, let's move on to the list of headings. Yes, so they were, yes, setting altitude zones. So let's read it. Let's put it for paragraph E. It is fourth number for, and cutting it from list of this also. So now we have left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 list of headings are left. And now let's read F paragraph. The FFA then recognized two types of operating environments, whether relating something is there. If you are looking only for 5.5 and 6, then you can find it from the words, but you can if you are looking for 8 or 9 also, then also you can come to know with this word environments, that is matching. But still read it. In meteorological, again meteorological conditions means weather conditions, flying would be permitted under which suggests a strong reliance on visual cues to maintain an acceptable poor visibility necessity. So everything denotes about weather. Let's find it, the option. So they were talking about, yes, setting rules to weather conditions. So everything they have described about weather conditions. So I will be putting F answer for this and cutting the list. For F, it is 8th number. Okay. So rules. So of course they are setting rules for weather conditions. So it is given like in good meteorological conditions, flying would be permitted under this, and poor visibility necessitated flying rules. So everything they are setting the rules for that. Now let's move on to the G paragraph. Controlled airspace is divided into several different types. Okay, designated by letters of the alphabets, and controlled airspace is designated class F, which control airspace below this sea level. So they are talking about C, class A, class EA, and class EA, and C, D, C. So what are these? So these are the classification of controlled airspace. Let's look at the list of headings. So here this way disobeying, no, nothing is given like that. So we have controlling pilots licenses, no, nothing. So we can read it, but nothing, it was not like that. Yes, defining airspace categories. So it is clearly given in the paragraph. So we will be cutting it from the list. And for this G paragraph, last paragraph, we have 7 number. Clearly it was given in the paragraph, defining airspace categories, how these categories, how these types of things will work, it is given. You can see again. Controlled airspace is divided into several types designated by letters. Uncontrolled space is designated class F, which control. So they are explaining the categories and their working. Okay, so now let's move on to the next type of question. True now, true, false, not given. True, as you know, if the statement agrees, it means statement agrees with the information. This is the statement and information in the passage. Okay, and when it gives the same information, same knowledge about statement and information, then your answer will be true. and if there is a contradiction, means half of the sentence main thing is given but some contradiction is, some opposite thing is written, okay, in that situation it will be false and not given if there is no information relating to this. So as you know, we are doing true false not given for the reading, for this reading air traffic control in the USA. Okay, so we have done first type of question, and that was match the heading, and let's look at the true false not given statement. So what is the procedure, how we are going to do these questions? Of course, first you have to read the statement 2-3 times. Try to understand its meaning, what they want to say, what they want to ask. So let's read it, and any special keyword you have to underline it. Okay, first keyword to find the location, second keyword to find the, to match the meaning of the thing. Okay, first let's read it. The FAA was created as a result of the introduction of the jet engine. Okay, it was this was created as a result, created means established and all, as a result of the introduction, as the outcome, also they can use the word outcome of the introduction of the jet engine. After the invention of the jet engine, you can find these kinds of words. Okay, now what is by keyword? So jet, FAA and jet engine. Okay, if we are getting the same jet engine also, FAA also, and it was the result of this invention, then true. And if they will be saying this, if they have changed this FAA, any other institute, any other agency name they will be given, then of course it will be contradiction, then false will be there. And if they are using another thing instead of jet engine, then also false. And if they are not talking about any like agency was created, then not given, and this they may be talking. And if they are not talking about how it was created, then also not given. Okay, so let's find FAA. Definitely for list of heading we have gone through all the paragraphs from A to G. Now we have to find the answers from first paragraph only. So FAA is also there. Yes, let's read it from here. And jet engine, trying to find. We have already read the whole paragraph, whole passage. There was no word like jet engine, but still we have to read it thoroughly. An accident that occurred in the skies over the Grand Canyon in 1956 resulted in the establishment of this to regulate and this. So it means accident, just because of accident this institute, this administration was, FAA was established, was invented, but not because of jet engine. It means contradiction is there. So they are saying different. It means they were saying here they are saying in the statement as a result of the introduction of jet engine, but in passage information they were saying due to accident in Grand Canyon in 1956. It means contradiction is there. So I will be writing false. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. 21. Air traffic control started after the Grand Canyon crash in 1956. Air traffic control started after the, okay, so Grand Canyon. So it was in this with the help of this 1956 I will be finding the location. So that was again in A paragraph. Let's read it. If air traffic control started immediately after the Grand Canyon crash, then it would be true. If they are saying something different, because they were saying FAA was introduced, not this one. Okay, so it seems it is false only, but still we have to go to the passage. So here, an accident that occurred in the skies Grand Canyon, so this was the this thing, resulted in the establishment of federal aviation this to regulate the overseas, so which were becoming quite congested. The resulting structure of air traffic control has greatly increased the safety. Similar traffic control procedures are also in much of the read. Okay, so here also it is given, but yeah, From this we have come to know that this was not the result, only this was the result. So we can mark the answer false. So next one, beacons and flashing lights are still used by ATC today. So beacons and flashing, these are the words for location, for finding the location of this question. And we will focus, after finding the location, the sentence, the meaning, we will focusing on if they are still using by ATC today, then true. If they are not, if they are saying that it is obsolete, like they are old systems, then false will be there. Today they are not using it because of these obsolete and old systems, then false. And if they are not talking about today kind of thing, modern society or modern era and all, modern technology, so if they are not using today or still word, then definitely it will be not given. So let's move on to the location, beacons and flash. Okay, so beacons and flashing lights are there, but ATC word is also there, Grand Canyon is also there. Let's read this one also, what they are saying. Rudimentary air traffic control existed well before the Grand Canyon disaster. Okay, this line also saying the truth about the previous question. So ATC was there before this disaster, so answer will be false. Let's look at the question. So here they were saying, I know we are doing this, but I have come across this line also, started after the canyon, but it in the second paragraph it is written before this it was existed. It means definitely this is false. Yes, we were looking for this. Let's move on to, okay, let's read it. The earliest guided in the, while beacons, okay, earliest traffic controllers manually guided aircraft in the vicinity of the airports using lights, flags, while beacons and flashing lights were placed across along cross-country routes to establish the earliest airways. However, the purely visual system was useless in bad weather, and by 1930s radio communication was coming into use for ATC. Okay, radio communication, the first region to have something approximating today's ATC was New York, with major metropolitan areas following soon after. Radio communication was using not beacons and flashing lights. Okay, so this is not given because they are not talking about that beacons and flashing lights still are they using it today or not, because they are using it radio communication. So it means this is not given. Let's move on to 23. Some improvements were made in radio communications during World War II. Now, so this is my keyword, and World War II, they can't change this word. Okay, so that's why this is my keyword to find the location. So this paragraph, no, B paragraph we have done. Let's look at this 1940s. As I told you, while doing first type of question, we have to underline the thing. So Second World War, it is written in different format, so that is easily we can say. ATC centers could and did take advantage of the newly developed radar and improved radio communication brought about by Second World War. So it is given properly, everything is written that during Second World War, improved newly developed radio communication system was there. So answer will be true. So for this, yes, newly developed thing was there. Here improvements are using, they are using another word, were made in radio communication during World War II. Yes, it was correct. So World War II, how they have written? So instead of writing same style, they have used English Second World War. Okay. So this is true. 24th, class F. Okay, airspace is airspace which is below 365 meter and not near airports. So class F, airspace is F which is below 360. So this is my location, and this is these two keywords are for my location. So as you can see this paragraph, you can read it. So here I can see 365 meter above the ground. Okay, and entire is okay, virtually over the entire United States in general. Now let's find this F class F. Okay, that was in last paragraph. because only 365 is not the keyword. A class F is also we need to find. So here in this paragraph they have discussed uncontrolled airspace is designated class F while controlled airspace below 5490 meter. It means below 365 meter. So they are talking about 5490 above sea level. It means if they are talking about 365 below 365, so if they are talking about this 5490 also, it means this is also below 65. Okay, so below 65, below this, it means the same. Like same, I mean like 5490 and 365 meter. They are also saying below 365, below this. It means it will directly go up to ground level. Na? That's why. Okay, above sea level, below above sea level. Okay, and here and not in the vicinity of an airport, so not near the airport is class E. Okay, so what do you think about the answer? True, false or not given? I will show you the question statement again. You can see the question statement. Class F airspace is airspace which is below 365. It means which is below 365, and if it is written below 50660 meter means the same, and not near airports and not in the vicinity of airports. So it means this is true. Okay, 25th number. All aircrafts in class E. Now we will read about class E. Must use IFR. Must use. Okay. Now last paragraph again. Now here class E. Class E is here. Class E is here. So let's read it thoroughly. The reason for the division of class E and class A airspace stems from the type of planes operating in them. Generally, class E airspace is where one finds aviation aircraft which can climb above this, and commercial, okay, above is the realm of heavy jets. Okay, the difference between class E and class A is that in class A all operations are IFR. So they are saying all operations are IFR. It means class A is having IFR, and for not E. Pilots must be instrument rated this and this. This is because ATC control. Yes. So answer is, of course, it is not matching. They are saying IFR for A, not for B. It means contradiction is there. So you can see all aircraft in class E airspace must use IFR. But in information in the passage, in the last paragraph, it was given class A. Okay, so that's why it is false. Now 26th question, sorry. A pilot entering class C airspace is flying over an oversized city. Now we will read about class C. Now you can find the answer class C. Here they are talking about class C and class C. So class C, let's read it. Three other types of airspace, classes D, C and B, govern the vicinity of airports. These corresponds roughly to small municipal, medium-sized metropolitan and major metropolitan airports respectively. So these kinds of linings we are using in writing task 1. So we are combining the things and giving the word respectively. So for D, small municipal, C, medium-sized metropolitan, and B, metropolitan. Okay, and encompass increasingly rigorous. For example, class C airspace is established two-way radio connect with ATC. Let's read the statement. So they are saying medium-sized metropolitan for class C. So after reading it there, and now you read the question statement again, because it is important when you are doing your own practice on pen paper. You have to read, you have to turn your page again and again. A pilot entering class C airspace is flying over an average sized city, average medium sized city. I will show it again. So it means it is matching, it is true. Okay, I will show you the statement again, the information again. You can see D, classes D, C and B. So small municipal D, medium size metropolitan, and major will be B. Medium size means average sized city. Average size means medium size metropolitan. So that is why it is true. So we have completed this reading. Thank you so much for liking it. Do more practice.